Hey! Hi! How you doing? This is the Gamertron, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. In today's video, I'd like to talk to you about my experience with video game withdrawal over the past 2 weeks. If you didn't notice, I haven't been able to upload any videos the past couple weeks. PC broke down, got it fixed now, but since my PC was down for almost 2 weeks, I wasn't able to play video games. And for the last, several years, I've been able to play video games whenever I want. Not simply just because I love video games, they're a hobby, and because they're part of my job, my livelihood, my YouTube channel. Now, I'm not addicted to video games. Video games are a big part of my life, but they've never negatively affected my life. I've never put video games over the actual genuine important things in life. Family, friends, chores, responsibilities. I have self-control, so I know this video could be somewhat misinterpreted or misleading, and I do apologize for that. Because I know video game addiction is a very real thing. I know there are some people who just lose it to video games, and there are some people who, because of video game addiction, have lost their lives, and it's unfortunate. It's sad. So just to eliminate any confusion, I am not addicted to video games, but the reason I am titling this video with the word withdraw, and will be referring to my experience as a video game withdraw, is that because for the past couple years, whenever I've wanted to play video games or needed to play video games for YouTube, I have always had access to them. With my PC being broken down, shut down, out of commission for only 2 weeks, I was forced not to play video games. I had no choice. This is very different between choosing to want to play video games and choosing not to play video games, because, believe it or not, there's a lot of times I simply choose not to play video games, to hang out with family, to hang out with friends, to go outside, to exercise, to just go out, live life, experience life. And video games are a part of life. Just like playing sports, watching movies, making movies, drawing or looking at or talking about a picture. Video games are art, they're media, a hobby, a platform, so many things. And by losing access to my PC for 2 weeks, I was basically forced for 2 weeks to not touch video games. I simply could not touch video games. It wasn't an option. There's a difference between choosing to play video games and choosing not to play video games. When I go out, when I go camping, when I choose to go away from my computer, I'm away from the computer. I'm not playing games. I'm making the choice. I want to spend time away from the computer. I can't spend all my time looking at a screen, typing on a keyboard. Life is more than that, and I want more than that. So choosing to not play video games is fine for me, but this was a case where the choice was out of my hands. This was a case where there was nothing I could do. And these past couple weeks where I've had no access to video games, no ability to play video games, these past couple weeks made me realize just how boring life would be without video games. Because video games add that element of awe, of inspiration and imagination that is simply lacking everywhere else in the entertainment medium. While of course not having access to video games, I spent my time elsewhere watching television, watching movies, Netflix, chores around the house, and while that's all good and dandy, I'm a human being. As a human being, we need and want more, and I wanted social interaction. Unfortunately, these past 2 weeks, the powers that be decided to really test how far I could go without having access to the things I care about. So these past couple weeks, all of my family was pretty busy with work, school, other engagements. Okay, so I can't hang out with friends or family. They're all busy these next couple weeks. Well, I can go outside. I can go outside for walks, for exercise, go out on the town. Powers that be decide to test me even further by making the weather absolute trite. With rain and snow. If it's not raining, it's snowing. If it's not snowing, it's raining. Not really good weather to go out in. So, quite frankly, I was kind of trapped in my own house, with very few people to talk to, little time to talk to them, the inability to go outside, go to places, no video games. So I was kind of stuck in the house, doing house things, and watching movies and television. And believe it or not, that's life for a lot of people. Those are days, those are weeks, those are months, those are sometimes even years for people, depending on where you live and your situation. So I was put into a situation where I had very little control. I couldn't go outside, couldn't really hang out with people, or didn't have much time to hang out with people, no video games. So I was kind of put into a situation where, okay, the only thing I can really do for entertainment, when I've done all the important adult stuff, all I have to do is movies and television. And I can't tell you how much it made me crave video games all the more, because today's movies and today's television, well, not bad. They, in my opinion, however, just can't compete with video games. While several television shows and movies have great stories and characters, the same amount of creativity and imagination is simply not there as it is in video games, and I see this for the most part with like character designs, settings, and action scenes. watching the action scenes in movies and television just made me crave video games all the more. Because with video games, you get direct interaction with the action. You become a part of the action. You become a director of the action. And you can make action set pieces and action scenes that blow the movies out the water. And the set pieces and the possibilities within video games is just stuff that television cannot reach. And what is wrong with science fiction and fantasy nowadays? I understand that there are limitations of budget, but do sci-fi and fantasy movies nowadays just hate creatures? Do they just hate creatures and aliens and monsters? Everything somehow in some way has to look like a person, but give them white eyes or black eyes or red eyes or have them wear fake teeth. Like, come on. I play video games I get to combat or even play as horrific and creative, diverse and varied creatures and characters. It's just, I see video games and I see the rest of media, television and movies, and video games are just for me. I love the creative design, the imagination that video games just express and provide. Once I've been into the world of video games and what they offer, I simply cannot come back. And when I look at other forms of media, movie and televisions, I just notice them to be lacking in departments that I value. And keep in mind, this is just completely a me thing. And while there are movies and television shows that are certainly worth watching, that are really, really good, having only them as an option still bugged the hell out of me. Having that choice taken away from me, having that option to play video games not at my disposal was infuriating. I can go days, I can go weeks without playing a video game, but of my own volition, of my own choice, because there's more to life than video games. But video games are undoubtedly a part of life as well. And being forced to not play video games, not having the choice to not play video games, being forced to not play video games, being forced, denied entry into the amazing worlds and experiences that this medium provides, endlessly irritating, uncomfortable even, especially with the added benefactors of not having much social contact or the ability to go outside. This past couple weeks made this withdrawal from video games all the more insufferable. But at the same time, like everything, always, there is a silver lining. Something good that's come from my absence, something good that's come from my withdrawal. It's made me appreciate video games all the more. Not having access to them, being forced to not play them, not choosing to not play them, being forced to, not having the option to experience them. It's made me appreciate them all the more. I already endlessly adore and appreciate video games. But now getting a taste of what life would be like without social interaction, without being able to go outside, like just having life be boiled down to television and movies, God, knowing the other options, knowing the horizons right around the corner, whew, damn. I cannot be thankful to video games, to family and friends, to being able to go outside enough. Simply cannot be thankful enough for these things. Life just being television and movies, not enough. Never again. Oh man. And I think that will bring this video to a close. If you liked the video in any way, shape, or form, please be sure to hit the like button. And the like button helps you, helps me, helps everybody involved with the video. If you hit the like button, please leave a comment. What are your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on the topic of this video? Let me know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions in the comment section below. If you want to help out and support this video, then please share it on social media, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you want to help out and support me directly, then please consider pledging and becoming a patron on my Patreon. Anyways, guys, that's been a video, and I'll see you all later.